Bridges built of trust and light. A golden cord begins to form. Two spirits meet in perfect sight.
It started with a phone call that no one was prepared to answer. In the industry, she was the unsinkable one. The woman who had survived decades of Hollywood shifts without losing her soul. But on January 30th, the news didn't just break. It stopped everything. One of the most recognizable faces in the world was gone. And for a moment, the comedy world went silent. At Creative Artists Agency, the atmosphere changed in an instant. The phones didn't just ring, they screamed. The agent says, "We didn't have a script for this. You spend years managing a career that's legendary, and then you're the one who has to tell the world it's over." We kept the statement short. Brief illness. But behind the scenes, we were just trying to process the fact that the light had gone out. I remember looking at my phone and seeing a text from Eugene. It says a co-star. It was just one sentence. I sat there for 20 minutes. I thought about the laughs, the wigs, the SCDV days. You don't realize how much of your own identity is wrapped up in another person until they aren't there to bounce a joke off of. As the public mourned, a detail began to circulate that added a layer of surrealism to the tragedy. It wasn't a secret, but in the wake of her passing, it felt like a metaphor for a woman who was truly one of a kind. As the medical reports surfaced, the public fixated on a term most had never heard: Situs Inversus. Yeah, Situs Inversus with dextrocardia. It sounds like science fiction, but for Catherine, it was a lifelong, quiet reality. Her internal map was flipped. Catherine's medical consultant says, most people don't realize how rare it is. It's called Situs Inversus. Her heart, her organs, they were all a mirror image of yours. Everything was on the opposite side. When a doctor looks at a patient like that, it's like looking at a map that's been flipped. In a way, her physical heart was as unique as her comedic timing. It was always in the wrong place, but it worked perfectly. Imagine a surgeon opening a chest cavity, expecting the heart to be on the left, only to find empty space. With Situs Inversus, every major organ, the liver, the lungs, the stomach, all are positioned in mirror image of the human norm. This is a condition that occurs in less than 1 in 10,000 people. When you add dextrocardia, the heart pointing to the right, you're looking at a biological masterpiece of rarity. The tension lies in the complexity this adds to emergency care. In a crisis, time is measured in seconds. In a standard trauma or sudden illness scenario, emergency medical specialists are trained to move with muscle memory. We place the stethoscope on the left. We prep for surgery on the right for an appendix. But with a patient like Catherine, the rulebook is reversed. If a medical team isn't aware of the condition immediately, those seconds of confusion can be the difference between a routine procedure and a catastrophe. You aren't just fighting the illness. You're fighting the blueprint of the body itself.
Protected from
For years, she moved through Hollywood, delivering iconic lines and physical comedy, all while carrying a heart that beat on the wrong side of her chest. It was a private mechanical mystery that the world only truly began to grasp when the machinery finally stopped. For the North superstar actress, the ending bridges the gap between the small-town Canadian girl and the global icon, emphasizing that while she belonged to the world, she never lost her roots. In the end, the world tried to claim her as a Hollywood star, but the heart, the one that beat so uniquely on her right side, always pulled north. We saw it every time she came home, said Canadian producers. In Hollywood, she was a queen, but in Toronto, she was just Catherine. There's a specific kind of groundedness you get from the SCTV days, and that is a we are all in this together mentality. She never traded that in for a mansion on a hill. She was our greatest export, yet she never really left. Her impact wasn't just in the laughs. It was in the blueprint she left for every Canadian artist who followed. She proved you could be the funniest person in the room without being the loudest. When Justin Trudeau called her a beloved icon, he wasn't just using a politician's script. He was speaking for a nation that felt they'd lost a family member. The lights have dimmed on the sets of Schitt's Creek, and the McAllister house is quiet. The tragedy isn't just that she's gone. It's the sudden realization of how much space she occupied in our collective joy. She lived her life in reverse. Organs mirrored, fame handled with humility, and a career that only got brighter as the years went on. Catherine O'Hara didn't just play characters. She showed us that even if you're built differently from everyone else, you can still find the perfect rhythm.
I send out peace, I seek to mend. Forgiveness is the gentle key. I find the friend within the friend, to be present, whole, and truly me. Connecting hearts in perfect flow. Understand.
She was the unscripted queen. Before the screen fades to black, there is one thing you have to understand about Catherine. Some of the most famous moments in cinema history weren't written by screenwriters. They were born in her mind seconds before the camera rolled. The director confessed, "You didn't give Catherine a script. You gave her a map and let her drive." On the set of Schitt's Creek, the Moira voice, that unidentifiable mid-Atlantic accent, wasn't in the pilot. She just showed up and started talking like that. We all just looked at each other and said, "Don't stop her."
Bridges built of trust and light. A golden cord begins to form. Two spirits meet in perfect sight.
Even her most famous scream, the legendary Kevin from Home Alone, wasn't just a line. It was a masterclass in physical comedy. She knew that to make that moment work, it couldn't just be loud. It had to be a total system failure of a mother's psyche. And that feint she does right after, pure Catherine. She knew the audience needed the release of a laugh, even in the middle of a panic attack. Catherine leaves behind a legacy of moments that were never supposed to happen, created by a woman who saw the world just a little bit differently than the rest of us. While Hollywood elites gathered, The internet took the story into its own hands. It wasn't just the big awards or the Oscars. It was the small things.
And truly me, connecting hearts in perfect flow, understanding guides our sight, love expands and spirits grow.
Social media algorithm didn't just spike. It exploded. But it wasn't just RIP posts. People were digging up clips from 40 years ago. They were finding that one interview where she chose her kids over her fame. That's what made it real. In an era of manufactured celebrities, people realized they were losing someone who was actually human. From the Prime Minister's office in Ottawa to the backlots in Burbank, the sentiment was the same. The mother of comedy had left the building. She spent her life making people laugh by being the most eccentric person in the room. But in the end, the most unsettling part wasn't the mystery or the medical rarity. It was the simple, quiet realization that there would never be another performance. The screen has gone dark, and for the first time in 50 years, the audience didn't know what to do next. If you enjoyed this, then stay glued to our channel. More importantly, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notification bell for more trends. Thank you.